Hello, this is the 6th video in a series designed to tell the story of the Elite Dangerous universe. In our last video, we took a look at a group of people that made a huge difference in the Elite game, the Engineers. Whilst they made a huge change in the mechanics of the game, they made an even larger impact on the story and lore of Elite. In particular, the engineer known as Ramtar made a huge impact on the story when he responded to the discovery of something very important. Ancient ruins were discovered which seemed to show evidence of a very old spacefaring race which had existed over 1 million years before humans had taken their first steps on Earth. Ramtar named them the Guardians and openly requested help from the independent pilots to find out more about this ancient race. He discovered that many of the ruins had ancient technological devices called obelisks, which we could connect to and draw data from. In what was the largest storyline quest in the game, commanders were able to piece by piece discover who the Guardians were, and more importantly, what happened to them. So who were the Guardians? The Guardians were very similar to ourselves. They were a race of hunter-gatherers who developed technology and began populating the systems around them. Where they differed was their love for the environment and their philosophy of helping each other through sharing knowledge. The Guardians' technology was biogenetic in nature, which meant they often worked on developing life forms to achieve their goals. Guardian society was based on a real expectation to do your part for the community. Guardians did not hide things from each other, because in their mind everybody had a responsibility to be a productive part of society. This unfortunately aided their demise. We learned that the Guardians had a civil war. This war came about because a group of Guardians who had embraced implants which allowed them to connect to their advanced computer system called the Monolith Network, had discovered the potential of artificial intelligence. This group argued that what had at first been the programs that serviced the network had now gained sentience and needed their help to become something more than just servants. There were, however, those in the Guardian Society who saw the implants as impure and not in line with the environmentally protective nature of their history. They clashed, and the environmentally conscious members defeated the Guardians with the implants. They were exiled from the Guardians' culture. What happened next was a little sketchy. They looked like the First Civil War paved the way for the Guardians to form their own philosophies and eventually beliefs, which drove further splits into the Guardian civilization. The following Second Civil War drastically reduced their population, and right at the end we learned that a third party may have stepped in and eradicated what was left of their culture. For a while, the fate of the Guardians became a hotly debated subject, and we did not see closure until a year later, when in 3304, Ramtar announced there were new Guardian sites which had been discovered. Again, independent pilots rushed to the new sites to discover more information from the obelisks. What was discovered shocked us all. The Guardians had fought a war with the Thargoids over contested space. The Guardians had won by developing a new weapon called the Constructs. The AI controlled constructs, weapons, fended off the Thargoids, and then turned on their own creators. This left us with more questions than answers. Were the Thargoids fighting us over the right to mine planets in the Pleiades, just like in the Guardian War? What happened to the Guardian constructs? What happened to the Guardian exiles? More importantly, how was the discoveries made in the Guardian sites affecting what was happening now in our own conflict with the Thargoids? All this and more we will discuss in the next and final video of the Story So Far series. Until then, thank you for watching.